for the platform, then it would be a success if we see people using it to trade solo, using it to manage their own portfolio, even if it's not necessarily social, because we want to have such a clean, pleasant, well-curated experience for managing your own portfolio and trading that, even if you weren't necessarily managing a larger fund, it'd still be one of the best UXs to use. That's almost just a side effect of what we're building. But as we said, the point is to handpick the best integrations and bring them all into SolRise over time.
And to get back to your question, actually, if we want to build something of our own, so we started building Solflare because there wasn't a wallet in Solana at that point in time that actually got staking. Then we looked for an Explorer. There wasn't an Explorer that offered us data analytics that we wanted. So we created Solana Beach with the partners of staking facilities. And it's basically whatever we see that we need, and there's nothing out there, we can't build it. But if there's some talented team out there who is already building it, who are really passionate about it, we're definitely looking forward to cooperating with them, collaborating with them, and integrating their protocol into our hub.
Man, you've gone through the thought process. It shows that you're building it with care and in a pace that is considering all the new additions to DeFi, to the market, to the players, to Solana. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I mean, but it's also so as an asset management platform, for example, we need to be really, really, really careful with user funds. And I mean, as we have Solflare, we're pretty used to building super secure stuff. But SolRise will need to have the same approach, because it can happen that, for example, there's a protocol exploit and people use their funds. I mean, it's bad for every protocol, but an asset management platform would hardly recover from that, because trust is something you build over months and you can lose it in a second. We are here with Solflare and Solana Beach and SolRise for over a year now, and we've built some trust that is reflected in Solflare's numbers, for example. And we definitely do not intend to lose that trust and just build on top of that and stay in the game for a long time.
There is a nice question from the audience, which has to do with the first dawn, which you split it into phases. There were some issues. What were the lessons learned from the first beta testing, let's say, alpha testing?
The biggest one, and I think the one that shone out to us at the time, was the importance of having the price feeds be completely and utterly reliable. Because people with Dawn identified that because we were doing things in a testnet, there was like a 5 to 10 second delay on some of the prices, and they just arbitraged it over and over and over again. Like they were the amount of attention they were paying to even like the tiniest like detail being off was actually really impressive. And it made us realize that kind of a combination of Solana itself being so fast and there being so many people involved means that the small details like that, like the price feeds, for example, are incredibly important, because as mentioned, the speed, the number of people, all that means that can get magnified really quickly. So I'd say it was that, and also not underestimating our community, because again, like if you have that many people, if there's a gap or a flaw in the system, then they will find it. And with the transaction speed and everything else being so fast and so cheap, they can exploit that over and over again. So our solution to that obviously was to get really serious about price oracles. And I think we had that one fixed by phase 2 of the initial dawn. The second one was actually the danger of low cap coins, because for the original dawn, we saw people deliberately moving markets in real life to try and get better advantages in the competition. So this made us realize, actually, if we include low cap coins here, people can do amazing amounts with moves. So they can deliberately pump a token to make their fund performance look better. And then obviously they can pump and dump on their own funds. A lot of
the extent people go for alpha close the event, I mean, impressive, no?
It is impressive. It makes you realize how powerful this is. And it also makes you realize how careful and how robust you have to be when you're building these things. I'm really glad we did it, to be honest. It taught us a lot.
Yeah, but this was also reinforced actually by the price, by the rewards at Dawn 1. So at that point in time, it was 250K or something like that in dollar amounts. But the people that actually, and it was 5 million SolRise in total. So the second part of the prices, so the second part of the rewards is going to be claimed right now when we launch mainnet, and these rewards are actually now worth like, I don't know, over $2 million or a little bit less maybe at the current prices. And at such a high price point, at such a high reward point, you know that you're going to attract so many people who are going to to try to break your platform. And it's great for you because you're basically giving out a prize, a reward for everyone to break it while it's in a contained phase. So once you're out with SolRise in general, you know it's safe and you have addressed all those points. It's basically like giving out a whitehead hacker a reward for finding critical exploits in your protocol.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you for answering this. It was. I thought it was a pretty sensitive question because of what it involved with all this manipulation from people. But yeah, thank you for diving into this. Another question from the community is about the rewards on phase 2. Are these actually on the Dawn 1 phase 2? Are these already distributed? Are they going to be distributed soon? What's the status on this one?
Next Monday, October the 18th, that'll be the claim for the second half of the Dawn rewards from the first Dawn.
Beautiful, nice, around the corner.
Yes, and for the next one, I mean, for Dawn 2, we also have the same principle as for Dawn 1. So you also get 50% of the rewards after Dawn 2 ends, and the next one at Dawn 3 or whatever we may call it, as soon as we have like more features and we want a new trading competition to take place, because every time we roll out a big update, we want people to get attracted to it and try to break it in that sort, uh, in that fashion. So it's going to be the same as with Dawn 1.
Nice, and last question from me is: Are we gonna drink a beer in Lisbon?
Of course we are.
Beautiful.
Maybe
Really
two.
looking forward to that.
Maybe even 2.
Oh yeah, maybe even more. Let's see. Let's see. Anything you want to say to the audience, to the people, to the recordings that we're going to push out later? The stage is yours.
I mean, firstly, thanks for listening. We're really happy to everyone who's interested in and supporting SolRise. If you've got any more questions or anything you'd like to ask, you can always message us on Twitter, DM us, like post things in public. Like, we do our best to be responsive. I think there's a great gated channel for SolRise. That's also a great place to ask questions. I do check that occasionally. And yeah, just please feel free to engage with us. Hit us up with any questions you've got, and we really appreciate all your attention and support.
Yeah, and we love the great community.
Thank you so much, and you've sent our way plenty of tickets for the Dawn 2, and we are going to utilize them, all of them. We're creating teams, and we hope to get to make a lot of noise because we're very excited. We have lots of traders, lots of potential fund managers, and great community building tools for those people to actually create their own little communities and talk to their investors. So we're really looking forward on what you're building, and we're going to actively participate, test it, and then be as investors and fund managers in when it's live.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, even for the closed beta, it's awesome because the prices in the closed beta are not small as well. But it's contained to 1,000 people, but they're not small. I think I'm not quite sure, but the best fund manager is getting, I don't know, a 50K or something like that. So that's not small, and everybody up to the 500s or something like that is getting something. from the investor side. So both fund managers and investors will get rewarded. And yeah, would love to see some insane profits and trading alphas from the grape community. And yeah, we hope that you win it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. We'll do our best. Honestly, we'll do our best. We'll deploy our best researchers and Solana alpha hunters. We have plenty, so let's see. Chances are good. Again, guys, thank you so much for being here. I really hope not only that we're going to meet in Lisbon, but we're gonna have such a talk again in a couple of months to fill us up about your new projects, the new features, the new events, and all these things you've been building. We're very excited.
I mean,
That sounds great.
thank you for inviting us along. It's been a pleasure, and of course, we'd be totally happy to come back in a few months and do this again.
Beautiful. Thank you, and good night.
Totally. Thank you, guys, and have fun.
Thank you everybody for being here. It was a slightly longer AMA because, man, we were vibing. We are going to closely work with the SolRise Finance. The team is a superstar team, as you see. Dedicated builders, dedicated entrepreneurs, and another project, another team that will build whatever is missing and will also act as the rising tide that lifts all the Solana boats. So yeah, we're all in one of those boats, maybe in multiple boats. When the tide is rising, we all go up. So again, thank you for being here. Sorry for the little crash in between. Again, let's... oh, by the way, I am going to... I've taken a screenshot of the audience when there were 64 people, I think. I'm going to pick one and give a SolarNot NFT. I'm going to... You're gonna read about it, who got it, maybe. I'm not sure, we don't dox who got it, but we're gonna show the NFT. It's part of the... It's going to be part of the newsletter. I always give this information to the team behind the newsletter. So SolarNot NFT is going to go to a lucky viewer. Of course, he needs to also be verified with the grape community, otherwise we can't give it. Again, thank you for being here, and I hope to see you on the next stream, but if not, at least on the next AMA. Take care, people. I love you all. What's up, lovely peoples, lovely peoples? What do you think? I think this team is freaking awesome. Like they are from a different planet. They've been building in Solana for the past 1.5 years. This was actually created from Gabriele from the Monkey DAO. We are into the photo finish NFT game. This is the what's it called? The dude NFTing me and Ratoshi, and yes, we're aping with the grapes. So yeah, I can't. This is Gabriele's creation, man. We're Stylish Stadge, of course, man. Of course, I have my collection. I'm impressed, guys. I'm impressed by the SolRise team and their abilities to build, their abilities to go fast. Like, very bullish on the team. And I'm not a huge technical person. I don't understand good code. I don't understand GitHubs. I don't understand these kind of things. But I understand a good team. Like, you can spot a good team. You can spot that these guys are builders, and you can also spot the similarities between the projects. Solflare, Solana Beach, SolRise, and the most important thing he said is that SolRise is going to be an ecosystem token. There's going to be a DAO. This DAO will eventually vote some kind of connection between the platform usage and the SLRS holders. And in the end of the day, pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, should you ape in? No financial advice. I want to see how phase 1, Dawn 2 phase 1 will go. I really encourage everyone to join the Grape community. I'm going to start distributing tickets for all 3 phases. As you heard, the first prize for the most successful fund manager is $50,000. That's a lot of dollars. So, and the cap, each wallet's cap is $100. What's happening with geckos? I'll give you some alpha on the geckos. Geckos are going to be the first NFT to go on the fractionalization of things. So the geckos are going to be the first NFT. You'll be able to buy a fraction of it. Strong team, strong art, good connections. Check Alpha Art Twitter. What's Alpha Art Twitter? What? What the fuck is this? We received the official notice below from the geckos. Since the accusation this notice is found from being accurate, we would like to say a few things and add that we are in touch with our legal team to discuss. In any event, please advise that GGSG hereby demands the listing of GGSG Alpha Art including but not limited to any references. Okay. Why? I do not know. Having a producer name likeness associated. Enforcement. Yeah, I see no reasoning. I'd like to look into it. I can't have an opinion. I'll need to research. It looks very, very, very interesting. Geckos don't want to be linked to royalty payments and securities risk. Makes sense. They also want to be listed in the FTX marketplace. I totally understand. I really need to look into it. I really need to understand what Alpha Art is doing, and are they launching some kind of? Is it just because they listed without a request? Come on. Why would they request? I can list whatever they want. I can create a website and list the geckos, and then I can ask people to like. If I hold an NFT, am I not like allowed to actually do whatever the fuck I want? This is such new legal grounds. Ah man, you know what the Grape server is doing, what the Grape Discord community is doing. We're gonna have a legal expert team come once a month, and we'll be able to actually ask questions like that and get alpha and insights and stay updated on the legality of things. And when it comes to these kind of questions, or what happens into intra-DAO payments, what happens to decisions made by DAOs that you are participating, having a regulatory framework that can shed some light to your local or at least general area jurisdiction. Phantom Rain, first of all, thank you for the second month of actually subscribing. I'm humbled. Thank you. Humbled, honored, everything. Phantom Rain is asking, do you think we're entering into an era where NFT projects need to have a lawyer or retainer? I think yes. Yes. Definitely. 100%. 100%. Even minting a token. You should have a lawyer. You should get an advice of a lawyer. Honestly, it's something that's it's not intuitive. It's not intuitive that there is a legal entity that is minting the token, and then they are donating the token to you. But this is not you that's minting the token. Because if the mint of the token or the mint of the NFT is then characterized as a security, then the person who issued that is the minter. Because, you know, we're still in this clunky, like, weird phase where the digital and the physical, the traditional finance and the digital finance are kind of, digital finance is using regulations from the traditional finance, and okay, who issued the security? The mint address issued the security. Who controls the mint address? Oh, that company in Panama. That's one possibility. And again, the same goes with NFTs. Where did this NFT originate? That mint address issued the coin, so they issued the securities. Who controls this mint address? Oh, it's that guy. Get him in jail for unregistered securities. So yeah, you need to have a lawyer. It's wait, Silon, thank you, man, thank you. 5 months, my God, 5 months. This security shit is bullshit. Yeah, man. It doesn't apply in non-US people that much. I'm not saying I have to go to Northern Europe, go to Norway, man. Yeah, it applies. They have too much money, too much time, and they're too experts. They're gonna find you. They have their blockchain analytics integrated into the taxman, the national taxman. So, yeah. Now, if you live in Nigeria, if you live in Greece, if you live in places that, you know, they don't have their shit that well together when it comes into tax evasion, a little bit of corruption, a little bit of shit like that, yeah, it's harder. On the other hand, why would you take these risks? And when you're building a project, when you're building an NFT, when you're building a protocol, when you're building a community, when you're building anything, you should treat it like it's going to become a $100 billion company, a $1 trillion company. You should treat it like you're huge. Because if you're successful and you become huge, you don't want to be cock-blocked by some stupid, rushed choice you made when you were an infant. It only makes sense to have a lawyer if you're going to mint something. Now, minting an NFT and giving it, like me making a drawing, minting 3 NFTs, giving it to my friends, yeah, I don't need a lawyer. But doing 1,000 10,000 mint and then receiving 60,000 Solana, yeah, you fucking need a lawyer, man. And in the end of the day, listen to me. Like, let's say you do this. And you mint your NFTs and you gather 60,000 Sol. In 3 seconds, your NFT project is sold out. Let's assume all these things. You have a wallet with 60,000 Sol. You take that Sol, you throw them into Orca or into Radium. You get, what is it now? 60,000 USDC, 60,000 Solana is a lot of money. Yeah, whatever. You get that huge amount of money. You have it in USDC. How are you going to cash it out? Who paid you that money? You need to present a paper and say, hey, we sold these NFTs and here's the money I gathered. You need a lawyer for that. You need to structure it somehow. It only makes sense. And I've seen this from Grape itself. We have a really good legal team with us. And their whole approach was exactly what I'm describing. So like, you're starting something, you want to sleep well at night, you don't want to be illegal, you don't want to screw anybody holding your token, you don't want to screw anybody in your community. You need to be transparent, and in the end of the day, if you make it and the company is valuable, you don't want to have to think about these things. So yeah. Getting lawyers is important. And guys, understand that the profit margin in these software, protocol, blockchain, internet things, like, is huge. Imagine how, compare it to hardware. where it needs manufacturing and inventories and like, have you ever seen Shark Tank? Have you ever seen all these shows that, you know, these entrepreneurs go and pitch their amazing ideas, and they have their revenue streams, and they have their numbers, and they're like, this is the production cost, this is how much I can scale it, and then make it like economies of scale and drop the price, and they have all these things, and they give like 20, 30, 40% of their equity. Man, in crypto, none of this shit happens. You sell confetti money, you get money. So spend some of this money and hire a fucking lawyer in the end of the day. Excuse my friends, but yeah. Lawyers are important, and accountants are important. They become very important at some point in your life. Very, very, very important. Same goes with airdrops. I'll give you an example. If you're doing an airdrop, you should not leak any information around the date. You shouldn't use the word airdrop. You shouldn't do any of these things. Like, we've heard stories of undercover Security and Exchange Commissions, IRS people, government people living in Solana discords. I'm not talking about Bitcoin discords, Ethereum mega communities. I'm talking about Solana specifically. There are rumors, and I'm not saying there is a rumor that some unknown whispered me in between spam messages. I'm saying people that I respect in their expertise, in their ability to assess the market and make money, man. And they advised us, it's like, guys, be careful. There are people that are pretending to be part of the community. There are IRS agents that are just looking for hints that you are going to actually ensure security. Yeah, man, yeah. Gensler is lurking in Discord, ready to instruct his attack dogs. Yeah, definitely lawyers and accountants. How are you going to get paid? You sold something. How is this money going to arrive in your bank account without you being fucking arrested and taken for questioning? Imagine you bring suddenly you bring 600,000 in your account, or 100,000, or 60, 70,000, depending on your income statement. Like, they're gonna, like, alerts are gonna, what the fuck happened? How did this guy come up with what is he selling? My dad is an accountant, feels good, man. Yeah, that's good. Taking advice on from your dad on, hey, like, I'm launched this NFT. Maybe I should have a company that sends some kind of receipt for, like, you've been hired for consulting services, and this is your payment, you know, so you can tax it in a different way. There are ways to make it easier for you. There is no way to avoid it. There's no way. There is corporate tax or income tax, and going into toxic jurisdictions can really hurt you in real life. I mean, you don't wanna, like, if you live in the Western world, or in a westernized world, you do not want your bank to know that you have any affiliation with tax havens. You don't want to know that if your bank, your SEPA eligible bank, learns that you have a relationship with a company in the British Virgin Islands, they're gonna fucking close your accounts. They're scared because they're gonna take the regulators are going to take their neck if they screw it up. So make sure, guys, you hire professionals, and you do it in time. You don't want to be You know, you don't want to be caught with your pants down when the tide, you know, goes away, the water goes down. You don't want to have your pants down. Like what's happening in Lebanon, man. Lebanon is in a dire situation, Like I'm not super well informed on the situation, but I was seeing like the prices, like there was this showcase on how expensive McDonald's and all these imports are. It's just crazy. The government's left the country. Yeah, hyperinflation and everything is extremely expensive when it comes to imports, and people are long Bitcoin. And guys, inflation is inevitable. Coronavirus just accelerated things. So again, it's personal opinion. You never know, but at some point this is going to have an effect. Guys, let's close it here. I'm gonna pick a, what's it called? One of the members of the audience to give a solar note. I don't want to do it on live because I want to check if he's part of the Grape community, if he has a role. I need to do all these things. In the end, I'm going to release all the information. I think we had an amazing AMA with SolRise Finance. They dropped quite a lot of alpha. Very good team, great builders, and Solana OGs building for 1.5 years, 3 projects with deep builds. So yeah, thank you all for participating so much, and great questions from members that I don't really see, like don't really see, like I've seen them before, but some questions were really good. Where is it? Doja. Good fucking questions, like Doja. Like I'm going to what's it called? Reply, dude. Thank you for the awesome questions. I am going to send you a solar nut. Expect it in your wallet in a couple of days. Again, thank you. See you on Thursday, yes. Thursday the 12th, we'll have a giveaway for sure. And plenty of alpha, because we haven't done no whale tales today, no whale tales on Sunday, because we had back-to-back AMAs. Again, guys, thank you. Sorry for the drop. Love you all. See you in 2 days. Take care. Satoshi, you didn't say anything to your friends for too long. Come. Hi, I'm Satoshi. Meow. He's a nice guy. Look how patient he is. He hates me at the moment. He's like, fucking human. I was sleeping. What's your issue? He's patient. Bye, guys.